What is going on, guys? It's another episode of Shoot Your Shot. I'm your host, Napoleon Anicetti.
Valiant Rouser, baby.
Alex Anicetti, let's go.
And today is another very, very special guest here. Okay, Mr. 7-0. Newly UFC fighter, newly lightweight UFC fighter. Mr. Kody Steele in the building, guys.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Kody Steele.
Hey, Kody, dude. Thanks for coming in, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I know.
Dope.
We were trying to get you on for like 4 weeks. We got shit rescheduled.
Bro.
We had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Cody's a busy man.
Yeah.
Dude, Kody, tell me about. Let's get it right into it. Talk to us about the whole process of getting on the Contenders and guy pulling out. Like, talk us through that whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
All right. So I remember we going through this whole process of getting to the event and we're all there. Then after that, I strap up. I'm getting ready. Got my hands wrapped. Gloves on. And then I just started warming up, so I started hitting and stuff, and me and then John ran to the bathroom or something. John comes back and he was just all pissed and stuff. I was like, man, what's going on?
What the hell's going on?
Damn, what'd I do?
Yeah, what's going on? And then he was like, oh, dude's pulling out. And in my head, it was just I don't know, everything just seems to always just be happening so fast, you know?
Yeah.
So I couldn't even really process that. And I was
Yeah.
no.
No way.
I'm already strapped up. I'm ready to go. Let's go. You know? And he's like, no, dude, the guy's nah, he's not about it. He's done or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the guys, they come and they clip my gloves off. And I'm kind of holding back no, maybe we wait this way a little bit.
Yeah.
Still got
Maybe he's just tripping, huh?
Yeah, I got more time or something. And then he puts my gloves, he clips the gloves off. Then I sit down. Then I'm like, fuck. My brain just starts going oh, my opportunity is just kind of just got slipped through my hands real quick like that. I was like, that was crazy. And
right.
The motion started coming in. And then, Sean Shelby comes in the back and was telling me there's this problem, it's not going on, blah blah blah, and I was like, fuck, all right. He's like, we'll do something and everything. I was like, okay. So then he leaves. I'm like, fuck, all right. Sean Shelby comes back and they says, okay, fight's on. And I was like, damn, all right. So
how long was that whole little time frame? Was that over an hour, or was that
No, it was all really fast.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I would say came in the back, talked to me, left. And then boom, comes back again, maybe I don't know, 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, it was quick. And he's like, fight's on. So then I go from my opportunity's gone to I'm gonna get this one.
Yeah.
So
I need to kill this guy.
Yeah, because I kept saying the whole time, I was like, this dude's scared. He doesn't really want it. He's just happy to be here. But I was like, but it's gonna be different when he knows that he's staring across from me,
Yeah.
And everything. I just could see it, sense it. During weigh-ins, this dude was just I was like, he ain't about it.
Even in the face-off too?
Yeah, just because I was also I looked at his Tapology and he had 3 pullouts or something like that, and don't know why or anything, but there were 3 pullouts. So I was like, something wrong with this dude. And then I was thinking he hasn't fought in I think 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
So then when I got to the venue, they walked us out, and I was like, dude, look at all these lights. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great, But for him, I knew, I was like, this is gonna be too much for him. He's gonna freeze, So then when they pulled out, I was like, damn, what the fuck? Come back, tell me to put my gloves back on. We're gonna fight. So John wraps my hands super fast, does a super quick job on it. Then we start cracking pads, and then it's cool. They had Glover Teixeira back there. He came over and he was just calm down, because I've had this happen before when the fight was off, blah blah blah. He's like, don't let your emotions get ahead of you. Just stick to the game plan. And
Yeah,
so
that's pretty dope.
It was cool, he was
From a legend like that, for sure.
And then I was like, all right, cool. So I just started cracking pads, getting ready. Then after that, I just started touching, just all right, ready. They're telling me I'm 10 minutes out for walk or something. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna I was thinking I'm gonna get in the cage. I'm gonna start yelling at him, what? I was gonna start screaming at him because I was he's already scared, So I was I wanted to just start barking.
Start barking at this motherfucker?
That was my mentality. I was I was gonna go in there.
Start punching yourself in the face.
Yeah, bro. I was just gonna be mugging him and just getting ready and stuff. And then But then when I got closer, they said, then Sean Shelby came back. It's okay, no, it's done, it's off.
So what, he just had a panic attack, or he had some anxiety or something? Or
yeah, I don't know. So they're doing this this like video thing on me. So it's like at the end they said like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like the guy freaking out in the back and stuff.
Yeah.
But when the guy was like cutting my gloves off, he was just saying like, he's like, no, he just says he doesn't want to lose in front of his family. He's like, he doesn't want to go out there, blah blah blah.
Oh.
And
I've heard in that venue that it's just so much more intimate. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of family there. Like it's not as big of a like.
Oh, it's quiet.
Yeah, you know, like I heard, like even during like the fighting, it's a lot quiet.
Sure.
You know,
I heard everybody. There was like just like 8 people in there coaching me.
right.
Like I could hear like Jackson, I could hear Feely, I could hear Danny, I could hear John.
Yeah.
I could hear everybody.
Yeah.
But
So-
it was cool though.
So look, real quick, so fight gets called off. You had what 3 weeks in between the next one.
Yeah.
Talk about that mental kind of how does how we were just talking about it, but like
Because
you were at camp. You've been training since April for that
Well, you had to
opportunity.
make weight twice.
Yeah. So like when Sean Shelby came in the back, he said, "Don't worry, we're gonna make this right." Like,
Yeah.
He's like, "We're gonna." He's like, "Well, if you want," he's like, "We'll get you back on the Contender series before the season ends."
Yeah.
And like literally, the first thing that went to my mind is like, I gotta make fucking 55
again.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I can fight at 170, but I was like they're like, just you gotta just go
Dude,
figure
you
out.
gotta do
All right, fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Whatever choice I have. But yeah, I mean, like the last fight, I've known about this fight since April. So right after I fought this guy, I already knew Contenders was next.
Right.
So like I was in camp since April, pretty much, like trying not to be, but I was just training all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I get this, like it was just tough because like I felt like I was peaking at a really good time for this fight when it pulled out, and like I was coming in and like just like it didn't work out. So like it was I just had to take a couple of days off, go back, and like I thought like my brain and my body was like mentally just gonna be done. You know, I thought I was gonna be waking up the next day with a contract.
Yeah.
And it didn't like, it wasn't like that. And instead I had to like get back on the diet the next day and then take a rest day, and then after that I was like back in the gym, like in the trenches,
Ready to
hitting mitts in class, doing all the line goes again. I was like, this sucks. Like, this isn't fun, bro.
Yeah. I should be over with this already.
Yeah, like so mentally, I thought I was gonna be back at home. I could already tell everyone I was gonna be back home, like visiting, and, like chilling and eating, and then you just were like, no, I gotta stay locked in. And like, I also the other thing that was like kind of stressful about it too is like I just didn't know who I was fighting.
Who was gonna be? Yeah.
Didn't know what I was getting ready for. So like that was another thing. But at the same time, I was like, I knew like the later I knew, that means that guy didn't know either. You know,
For sure.
So he had less time to prepare for me. But
For sure.
I mean, the whole thing was like, it was pretty stressful. Like I think at the end of this, like when I got the dub, I just felt so much like relief off my fucking shoulders.
Right,
Dude.
Yeah.
Like I felt good. Like I feel good. Like, and I know like it's just beginning. Like I haven't started yet.
Yeah.
But just to get to this point, it was like, moving out here and changing things up
Yeah.
and like I said, this whole process. So like when the whole thing was done and said with, I was like, all right.
Dude, watching that finish was absolutely nasty, bro. Ripping him to the body and the freaking
Oh, donkey.
Just the donkey
straight
Kong
Donkey
fucking
Kong.
just-
Yeah, bro.
Bro, when you hit him with that body, did you
Dude,
know?
it-
Did you know? Like, oh, that was it.
Kinda like
Yeah.
I didn't feel it too much, but I just knew it was like kind of in range for me.
Yeah.
But I was like, before that happened, I could see like on his face, I was like, he's getting tired, he's getting faded, and
Yeah.
then I started going to the body more, and every time I just like touched his body, I could feel him like wincing more.
It didn't
and more.
look like you hit him that hard. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure you did.
Right.
Oh,
But like when you watch the video, it's like, boop,
Yeah.
and then he just crumbles, and I was like, oh shit.
It's those honestly with the body shots, like when I hit him, I was hitting him in the face. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, this dude is tough.
Yeah, he's
Tough
taking
dude.
it.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna sit him with like any of these. But then I was like, but the body, he'll go down with the body and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, bro, when I first started training, I went out to like Germany, and I stayed out there for like three months. I was training at this gym, UFD, and just savages there, especially like at the time. There was
Yeah.
just savages
Oh, shit.
there.
Yeah.
And this dude, he's kind. I feel like I have a lot of my game comes from him, but he's like a heavy wrestler.
Yeah.
With like heavy boxing.
What's his name?
Lomali.
Lamali.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you pictures of him later. this motherfucker is stacked. Like
Hammer.
Dude, he's just
Oh,
like
God.
this, no neck, just abs and chest and biceps and triceps.
Yeah.
He's a savage, and like he brought every day we would spar. Like I would get called over by this guy. He'd come, ba 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 ba, boom, drop me in the body, drop me to the body, drop me to the body. Like every spar session. So like I was like, dude, this shit is money. Like,
Yeah.
I need to do this, and just like the concepts like he showed me, but. It just fits well with my style too, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've learned from other really good people too, like fight like this, be like this.
Yeah.
But it's like, it don't work for me like
Yeah.
that, you know.
You heard Dana White commenting, man, on not very many grapplers come into the UFC world and get a TKO with their damn hands. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Was that pretty cool to freaking to finally get the contract from him and meeting him and all that stuff? Was that pretty dope?
Yeah, it was cool. It was super cool. I think it was super cool because like it's like I'm watching TV all the time. I'm also a big fan of like the UFC.
Right.
So you see Dana White, you see the fighters, and so that moment was really pretty cool, especially because he was like being able to say my name and like
Yeah,
say
hell
good
yeah.
things about me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking sick.
Hell yeah, dude!
Dope.
Been waiting for that for a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I seen your Austin people, your Austin gym, your home gym. What's the name of that gym out there?
Fight Factory.
Fight Factory. I saw them out there going wild for you, bro. Talk about how Austin has been a big part of your journey, to the UFC.
Yeah, it's been a big that's like where my core is,
Yeah.
Like I grew up in Washington, but I moved all over Washington, like in like Seattle, Puyallup, and all that.
Yeah.
Lived in different spots. But when we moved to Texas, it was like that was like my first time I stayed somewhere for so long.
Yeah.
And I got to kind of build my own like colony of people who I like to be
Right.
around, who I want sitting at my table, or just like kind of
For
learning
sure.
about that, and just like going through my younger 20s too. So
Yeah.
it's like like Austin's like super sick. There's a lot of fun things to do there, but I probably didn't take advantage of any of them because I was always training.
Training
Right.
after it.
But yeah, like that's my.
So were you
that's my-
did you start training in Texas or were you training in Washington too?
I wrestled in Washington.
Oh, you did wrestle.
Yeah. I wrestled my 7th grade year, 8th grade year, and then I got a little bit of trouble, so I couldn't wrestle my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then I went to a different school and then wrestled my sophomore and junior year, and then my senior year I moved to Texas, and like there was no wrestling in my
Gotcha.
school, so that's when I started jiu-jitsu.
Got you. So have you known like Jackson and like like Andrew and all? Have you known all those guys since you moved to Texas? Has that been
Yeah.
like that long?
Yeah, I've known them for a while. Like when I first started though, because I was just like a white belt, I didn't meet those boys till like I was like a purple belt.
Yeah.
So I was like probably like 4 years into me
Okay.
training.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I was just training it was just like me and my professor just doing our thing, and then I met the boys through like competing. Like I was like a show. It was like I just like dude, it was probably honestly like my sickest like suplex I've gotten.
Yeah.
But like I wrestled this kid on this On It show. It was like a little super fight show.
Yeah.
And I suplexed this dude. Boom. Shake his back immediately and choke him. Like, it's like the sickest like suplex I've gotten. Like, suplex, choked him out, walked him off.
What else you need right there?
Yeah, exactly. And then my buddy was always talking about this black belt that was in town, and because he was on the same show, and I was like, I think he's about to fight this kid, and that was William, and William was like a green belt, so I think he was like, I don't know, like 14 or something, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick around and watch this black belt dude, and then William goes out there and boom, like jumps a triangle, subs him,
Oh,
arm bars
shit.
him, like immediately, like, and then I was like, whoa, what the fuck, and then that's kind of how we got linked up, and I
Yeah.
was like, hey, we should try to train together, and then after that, we were going back to different gyms and training, and then I was telling my bro, you should just come to my gym. And
Yeah.
we just start training and stuff like all
That's
the
so
time.
dope.
I mean, the group of hammers that came down, bro, for your contenders, you know what I mean? I was just like, damn, like all these dudes came out of a gym and they've all been. It seems like they've all known each other for a fucking
Right.
long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's just like like I feel like in high school, in middle school, like it was like lifting weights, training with my boys, and like traveling and competing.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
like I pretty much just have been doing that my whole life. Like when I found these kids, like I was just like, all right, we're gonna wake up in the morning, we're gonna grind, we're gonna lift weights, we're gonna go to the gym. Then after that, we're gonna drill, train, then come back, drill, train.
Yeah.
And, like,
Right.
We just did that for like years, together, and like, but they were already really, really good.
Yeah.
But they were just so young. But
Yeah.
like the technique that they had, I was like, they knew way more than me. But I was like, we were always just pushing though, you know.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. Well, hey, we're gonna move on to a segment, Kody, that we just started here.
Okay.
It's called What Pisses Me Off.
Okay.
All right, so Val Rouser, we got deep last time, buddy.
We got deep
Yeah, we
last
did.
time.
Went a little too
deep
hard.
last time.
Val Rouser,
Just kind of came out over there.
what's pissing you off today, buddy?
Oh man. Well,
Anything pissing you off?
yeah, no, there is a little bit.
Yeah, tell me.
So, you know, I like my sleep.
Yep.
You know, I like my sleep.
Yeah,
You know, I
a
need
lot.
rest.
How many hours you need?
I need at least 7 to 8. At least.
At least, okay.
All right.
You know, and you know, I didn't get my 7 to 8 last night.
Last night?
And I woke up this morning pissed because
Yeah.
I had to wake up early.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to sit down since.
That's all right.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm cool being on the go all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But what pisses me off really is the first thought that comes to my head is when can I sit down and just take a maybe 10 minutes snooze
Take a second. Take a
you know?
5.
20 minutes.
Nope,
Maybe
not today.
20, nope, not today. Nope.
Not on Thursdays.
Right,
Not on Thursdays.
Not on Thursdays.
Thursdays are my hitter days. It's not
hitter
going to
days.
happen.
Just make sure you get to
not
bed
gonna
early on
happen.
Wednesday nights, buddy.
So,
Hey, Alex, what's pissing you off, dude?
All right. This is to the parents. To the parents.
Oh, gosh.
shit, we're getting deep. All right,
right.
Alex is getting deep
Uncles,
this week.
if you take any of your kids to, you know, I went to the pumpkin patch. I know what the pumpkin patch is, right?
Yeah. It's Halloween, man. Everyone's there.
Yeah. So, you know, we're having a good time. Kids are gonna having a blast, bro. Having
Yep.
a blast, right? My son JoJo, he's 3 years old.
Okay.
Wild man.
Yes, bro. This little dude just started throwing a tantrum, bro, because he wanted some popcorn. I told him no.
Right.
You know, we're not getting popcorn. We're about to have dinner before we go home. You know what I'm saying? You know, son.
Your baby's 2, but go ahead. Yeah, let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Bro, throwing a tantrum. And, you know, you're over there trying to make sure they're having a good time and they're ruining it.
Yeah.
So, guess
then
what's
you
pissing me
stop
off?
having a good time.
Yes. I'm like, okay, why are we even here? Let's go pack that shit up. You know?
You try to have a great family
Right.
night.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's been pissing me off.
Love
That's
it,
what's been
dude.
a little. But what about you, bro? What's been pissing you off?
So the other day, bro, I'm rocking some new shoes. I got some new Kobe's, the Olympic Kobe's that one of the coaches got me, bro.
Okay.
Coach Han got
Swag.
me. They're dope. And I'm rocking them, and my son looks at me. He goes, "Dad, those shoes look great, but let's get some longer socks next time." I was like, "Damn!" The young bucks hate on my ankle socks.
I just think,
I mean, you are crazy with the ankle socks.
I just
Like,
feel
even
more.
wrestling shoes be wearing ankle socks. That's weird.
Yeah,
weird.
it is a little weird,
You
but
ain't European. Like, this is an American wrestling. Like, we wear long socks. That's just how you do it.
I don't know.
You
You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know.
Like, you ain't
Mike
from
Tyson style,
Russia.
man. I'm Mike Tyson style. No,
OG.
no,
Mike
nothing
Tyson's
showing.
a legend. Like, you
Right.
don't even have cauliflower here, bro.
You don't even have cauliflower.
How they gonna get on me like this, bro? How you always on me for my what pisses me off segment? What's wrong with this? All right, Kody. Do you have anything on your mind today? Anything pissing you off, buddy?
I don't know.
Anything? Let me see.
I'm trying to think. What pisses me off?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anything
he's just
about
like, I'm a
anything
chill
about
dude, you know, I love it.
anything about
Live, love,
You know.
everything, man.
any food? Anything? Did you stub your toe or something this week? Or
You know, how about when guys pull out of fights or, you know? Like,
how bad did that piss you off?
Yeah, I was pretty pissed.
I want to fight this guy even more.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I'm telling you guys. I was telling our young guys, because Kody, I feel like you have a full switch. You're like the nicest. Nothing like you're easy going, bro. Like
Right.
nothing really pisses you off. You know what I mean? Then you flip a switch in that cage and you're
I'm going
just
to kill you.
Just a
I'm
terror.
just straight King Kong fucking hammer fish you till you die.
No, I felt that that little time when we sparred, that little fucking 5 minutes. Yeah, that
Straight.
That was have we posted that video yet?
No, I'm not. The first five
Yeah, I
seconds
was
when
gonna
he takes
say,
me down.
Yeah, we need to post that.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
that. We'll get that posted.
Yeah.
We'll get that
Cody
posted.
went like this to you or some shit?
Yes, yes, and he did that.
All right, Kody. Let me ask you something, bro. We asked Vinny this the other day. If you could fight any UFC legend in the sport or that's out of the sport, any UFC legend that you're like, ooh, I would love to fight him, get my hands on him. Who would that be?
Win or lose, it doesn't matter. Just the guy that you'd like to fight.
I feel like on the top of my head, someone that I would like to fight would be like someone like Michael Chandler. You know
Ooh,
the guy?
yeah,
Fucking scrap.
Yeah, just because like when I watch him fight, it's like I feel like the guy's got all the skills to be world champ.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, because he does. But when he goes and fights, he doesn't use like any of those skills besides scrapping. You know, because he just like puts on 6 shows and 6 fights, and I feel like that's like what I'm all about too. You know? So I feel like stylistically it would be a sick fight, but also too like it'd be a dream fight too, because like if I am in my career and I'm lined up across someone like him, that just means I'm doing good in my career. I've already made my dubs, I've made my money, I'm at a good spot in my career. So it goes 2 and 2, you know? But yeah, that's what I want.
You two would put on a damn.
That would be a sick show.
Yeah, you guys would put on an absolute banger.
Just watching Kody and Michael Chandler just trade back and forth.
Has that always been in you, bro? Because not only have you been exciting in the octagon, but you've been exciting around jiu-jitsu. You and Alex were talking about that viral clip of you freaking mashing somebody and then going out of bounds and then still freaking grappling. Like, has that always been in you to like put on a show? Has that like kind of always been a part of your style?
You know, it's kind of funny. I feel like I developed it in a little way. Like every time, like in my mind, if I'm losing, I would still be like, yeah, but I'm still gonna try to get a highlight reel on you. Like if you're still get your waist, like I'm gonna send you. You know, and like I might have lost, but they're gonna remember that I sent you. You know,
Right. I love it.
So like when you were wrestling, how did you do in wrestling when you were actually competing with the wrestling?
I did okay. Like I went to state, but I didn't place, and like. I think I was still trying to just figure everything out, like also like mentally, like, you know, fighting like that video you posted. Like I used to go out on the mat and like, oh, this kid's ranked 3rd in state. Oh, he's going to beat me. And I go out there and lose, you know. And then I would be like, maybe I try this. Oh, it doesn't work. I'd lose. But then the more I got confident and like knowing I know what I'm doing. I know how to sprawl. I know how to shoot and stuff like that. Then I had to change my mindset on that too. So like wrestling was like, it was such a big trial and error for me. Like I used to go to like wrestling tournaments every weekend and like freestyle, and I'd sign up for freestyle Greco, you know, and just go 2 and out. Maybe next week win 1, 2 and out, you know, or whatever. You know? Like, and I think I definitely have lost a lot more than I've won in wrestling, dude.
But ultimately, that's you know, probably the reason why you're where you're at now, because you got to go through those trial and errors, and you know, obviously you like to win and you enjoy competing, and when you don't win, it's like.
And it's good for a lot of our younger guys to hear, man, because you know, especially nowadays, bro, everybody wants to be great immediately. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like everybody like expects their kids to be great within 3 years, 5 years, you know, and takes time to develop.
I mean, some people do 2-3 privates and expect to win a world championship, and it's like,
Bro. Yeah, like I was like looking at like one of my older posts. I was looking for something, and like on the post, it was just like pretty much a recap of the year, and then, like on my post, it said like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I lost more matches than I did this year, but it was really good experience because like I remember that year I fought like the best guys in the world. Like at the time, like any name that was like in my division, I fought them. Yeah, I lost to them. I did good. You know, like I felt that level, and I was like, okay, but. Like all those moments of me like losing, even like spending all my money to go fly out to California to do Pan Ams and then lose in the first round, you know, like all those wins, all those losses like stack up onto like days like when I was on Dana White Contender. Like that's what it felt like. I was like, all those wins and losses were for today.
Yeah,
you know?
just little like stepping stones to that position. That
learned a lot. You know?
I seen your mom was in town for that. How cool was that having your mom in town for that moment? Yeah, being able to share that with her. Was that pretty cool? Yeah,
it was pretty sick. It's cool to see how proud she is like of me and stuff, you know.
Well, I mean, like you're talking about all the losses you take, bro. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these I'm telling you, man, a lot of the younger guys, man, like we talk about, we're like, hey, like you're gonna go through the struggle. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna just walk in here and everything's just gonna be, especially in this sport. Yeah. You know, like especially in the sport of wrestling, if you're fighting jiu-jitsu, whatever it is, like probably can get your ass kicked for a little bit.
You're gonna have a down year.
You know, before you get any better. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I've had matches on big stages with really good people, and I just remember I'm like staring at the ceiling at the lights, getting my ass beat. Like, well, I'm getting some experience, I guess. Comfortable getting my ass beat. And like but like also then that kind of like I started figuring out through my performances and like stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is what I like to do. This is what I do.
Yeah.
And I remember, dude, this was like I just fought this dude. I did my pro debut, terrible performance. A lot of things were leading up before that fight where it didn't work out for me. And I go out there, I beat the guy by decision, but it was a like terrible performance. I was like, I need to run this back. So I book a fight like 3 weeks, 4 weeks later or something.
Shit.
I go travel somewhere and I'm training and this dude, I'm not gonna say it, but he just like threw me over my leg and like popped my knee.
Yeah.
So I had to pull out of the fight.
Oh, shit.
And then and also like before that, actually, yeah. So before my pro debut, I did trials. And the year before that, I did trials. That's when I like suplexed this dude, and I got like I got third place at the trials. Then
Okay.
the next trials, I'm like expecting to do good again, and I go out there and I lose first round to this guy. But the guy who I lost to, like nowadays, like he's very well known. He beats a lot of good people. He was at ADCCs and stuff like that. So he's a stud.
Yeah.
But he beat me first round. Then I go have my pro debut like 2 weeks later. I have a terrible pro debut. Then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run this back and I'm gonna try to do this, blow my freaking knee out on the side. Now I'm like sitting on my couch and I'm just taking L's.
Yeah.
Fucking just so pissed, and I'm so like
I'm a loser. Fuck.
Dude, for real. Like very not fun time for me. Yeah. And then I remember like after that, like I was like, I need to just, like focus on this. I need to do this. Then I just like bought a plane ticket to Thailand because I was like, I need to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there,
shit.
go with me and my boys, go crazy.
How long were you out there for?
I was out there for like a month.
Yeah.
And then after
Were you learning Muay Thai out there? Is that what you
I
were
was
doing?
learning
Or
like
just
MMA,
everything?
striking. I was training like 4 sessions a day.
How
like,
crazy
doing
is it over
pads.
there?
It's pretty cool. Like there's just a lot of fighters there,
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was over at Bangtao and it was like just like really cool place.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when like I went to Germany because they hit me up, and then I stayed my whole summer out there. I stayed like 3 months out there, just living above the gym, training and stuff like that. But like before I went there, like I remember I was like, hey, some stuff. I was hanging out with my friends, and like I was just like fucking just like thinking hard in my head on this boat. We were on this like boat in this island, and like I just was like staring off. I was like, dude, I'm ready. Like when I come back, like I'm gonna, because I didn't take any more jiu-jitsu matches either for like a year and a half, and I was like, when I come back, I was like, I'm gonna sell violence. Like that's what I am.
Gonna sell
I'm a violent. My style is violent. My personality on the inside is a violent person.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna show exciting, fun shit, and like I was like, that's what I'm gonna sell. And like then now when I compete, like it's like that's what I'm going like.
Yeah.
So you like have an actual, because we used to mess around when we were kids. My dad used to always tell us when we'd about to walk out into the mat, he'd be like, hey, you need to flip the switch.
Yeah.
And we would literally like go like this, and we'd like flip a switch. Mm-hmm. And I tell kids all the time, I'm like, hey man, like, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
But if you stand across from me and we shake hands, I'm trying to hurt you.
Right.
Like I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So like you have like a switch that you flip at some point in whether in your training or before you walk out on the mat or whatever.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I love that. We're going to move on to our segment, Cody. We have another one. Shot out of a cannon here. Shot out of a cannon. I'm going to ask you some simple questions here. Okay?
That's what was hard.
All right, you can elaborate on it if you want. Okay, this segment is sponsored by Vegas Strong Athletics. This is our nonprofit that we started here in Las Vegas. This is here to give kids the opportunity to be able to train, be able to compete. You guys know here at ATC, we travel all across the country. We've been, Puerto Rico. We go to Iowa next week. We've been to Pennsylvania. We go all over the dang place. Our nonprofit is going to be able to give those kids opportunities for those who can't afford to do so. So Vegas Strong Athletics, we appreciate what you guys are doing. So, Cody, you can elaborate on it if you want. You can just give me one word answer. We're probably going to ask you a little bit of questions.
There are a lot of questions.
I hope you ask the one question that we're all waiting for. You'll know when you ask it.
I don't want to know.
Say one word.
All right, here we go. Sauna or cold plunge?
Sauna.
Sauna?
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Do you cold plunge?
I do. I'm just not very good at it.
I fucking hate it.
How do you get good at a cold plunge?
You gotta do it all the time, I guess. Still hasn't gotten any easier for me.
Yeah, no. That shit is miserable, dude. That is miserable. All right, slap or punch?
Punch.
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 Definitely, right?
Hammer fist.
Yeah.
Would you ever do slap leg?
No.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, fuck
I don't
that.
know what kind of paychecks they're getting, but mine would have to be pretty big. Just
Pretty
to get-
crazy.
Just get cracked like
What
that.
would it be? Like, would you go do it for 5 racks?
5 racks?
10 racks? I don't fucking know.
More than that.
I would say more.
Way more than that. So you can just stand there and
You're
take a
vulnerable.
slap?
You're literally
Yeah,
you're
bro.
letting them hit you.
Do you see those two guys that are having a matchup? I think it's in Saudi Arabia, the freaking 2 heavyweights, like the big Hawaiian
Is it
dude.
the big
with the
Hawaiian
beard.
dude with the beard? Yeah.
And then the big, like, burly white dude from, like, Kentucky or something.
From Kentucky.
Dude, this shit is crazy, bro.
And that big Hawaiian, he slaps him and he goes,
Yeah,
no.
nope.
No, I'm good off that. All right. Pizza or burgers?
Dang. I'll go burger.
Burger.
I mean, they gotta have good burgers in Texas, right?
was gonna
That's
say,
some
yeah.
beef raised. That's some beef. That's a beef state, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna wear my boots today to show you how country I am too. Okay, but didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do
I'm
it.
country. Okay.
No.
You guys ain't country. I'm country. I grew up in the country.
All right, Cody. Cauliflower ear or no cauliflower ear?
That's the question I was wondering.
I would like cauliflower ear.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
I know. I'll
Sorry,
figure it
Dad.
out.
I don't know if you've noticed, but he doesn't have it.
I didn't until you guys said something.
Yeah.
Not even on the
Show
other
me the other
side.
side.
Not even.
I'm not showing. I'm not facing you.
You gotta get to jiu-jitsu.
I'm not facing you, dude. I'm not facing you. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I never got it. Don't know what it was.
Too fast.
Jiu-jitsu. You gotta get some jiu-jitsu.
Just somebody squeezing my head, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
So it's probably your guys' fault. You guys didn't hit my head hard enough.
Did Alex been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 months? Or a month?
and his ear almost
his
popped
whole
already.
ear's all
Right.
blown
I've
up.
I've seen that
side.
before. Like some dudes in like they were like a white belt. 2 weeks in, they got massive cauliflower. I'm like, Jesus.
Who did that to you?
I'm like 9 years in, I still got nothing. I'm like, damn.
People do that shit on purpose too, man. Like if you're gonna get it, you got to get it in,
Have you
in the
seen
battle
those
of fire.
crazy fucking dudes that literally, it's in videos,
Like
where
they're
they
like-
literally tie their ears up and start punching it?
I wouldn't do that.
No,
I wouldn't do none of that. No,
I'd rather
earn
you
it,
just
earn it
squeeze
the
me.
natural way.
No, we gotta. You might know this kid, but there's a kid that comes in here every now and then. He trains with Andy Varela. His name's Jackson Hollis. He's like a 9-year-old,
Okay.
and his whole ear is just mangled, bro. And
Massive
he's
shit,
like
Ted.
He's a badass too.
I don't think it's shit. He's got.
No, he's got like hair like you, like kind of like you.
Yeah, like you, kind of.
Yeah, kind of look like you too.
But he's
Kind of
little.
jacked and shit too. He's a
little.
hammer.
Next time you go in there, you'll have to just look out. He's little. He's probably like no
He's like
bigger
one of
than
those
like
little
70
dogs
pounds.
too. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Some legends here. GSP or Khabib?
GSP.
GSP. Think you just like mauls him for 5 rounds or what?
Oh, like who?
Like who would win?
no, like who won the fight?
It's hard. Like in their primes on.
Yeah.
Primes, bro.
Both great wrestlers.
Yeah. How's it end?
Maybe I go GSP.
Yeah.
So
I
just
feel like
GSP?
he's just way better on.
they
his
all
feet.
going all 5 rounds, or he's knocking them out.
He's a good foot guy. He
could.
kick you in the head.
They could go all 5.
Yeah, I think it goes all 5. I
It
think
could just
it's
be wrestling.
straight wrestling. Yeah, it might just be very boring.
Yeah.
Might just be very boring. John Jones or Alex Pereira?
I'd say John Jones.
John Jones. I thought the
Like
same. thing.
prime or right now.
Just prime.
No, let's go right now.
prime.
Let's say right now. If it happened right now,
feel like
after
right
Stipe,
now.
after the Stipe fight, because do you think John Jones is gonna walk through Stipe, right?
I would think so.
Right.
But
I seen on Instagram today that Stipe pulled out, and it's Aspinall. But maybe that was just a.
Yeah, you be on some weird sites, bro. I think
yeah.
you pull up fake shit, fake news all the time.
It might be fake.
You gotta
news,
change
I'm
up your
just
algorithm.
saying.
So John Jones, Alex Pereira. You said John Jones?
I think I would go John Jones.
John Jones?
Because
Right.
like he could take him down,
Fast.
bro.
He could do anything, honestly.
And I know Pereira is like probably really good at doing takedown defense, but like bro, Jones is like he's crazy.
And he's
crazy.
big.
Crazy.
he does.
he's big,
He's
too.
so big, but I feel like he moves like a little guy. Like
Absolutely.
he's doing like knee blocks and like
Yeah.
I don't know. You just don't see a lot of heavyweights doing that for some reason.
And he can scramble and shit
Dude, he
like that
scrambles
too.
great.
He
I
can
know.
scramble, dude. He can scramble. Max or Ilya?
That's tough. I will say I like Ilya a lot because like I've just like liked all his fights because he's nasty and I
Yeah.
like the way he
Right.
approaches like the fighting too.
He's so sharp.
But like also like Max Holloway, he has so much experience and he's still really fucking good.
Right.
And he's 32 years
Yeah,
old. Like, he's
yeah.
in his prime.
Yeah.
Right.
So like if Ilya can take him out, that would be really impressive. But I think I'm gonna go Max.
Max?
Ooh.
I bet they stand there a whole bunch of times and just freaking try to knock each other's head off.
I could be so
the first 10 seconds.
I could be
right?
so wrong on that too. But like, I just feel like, I don't know. Like Max has so many title defenses, and he has like experience with Volk.
I agree.
And like just like I don't know, he's 32 years old. Like if he was like 35, I'd be like, like, and I still think he'd be able to do work, but just like 32 is prime. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Ilya just looked scary against Volk.
Oh,
He looked terrifying. I was just like, nobody does that.
yeah, you backing Volk down like that?
Like nobody does that to
That's
Volk.
tough.
For sure.
Bro, his punches look like they hurt so bad.
Oh, so bad.
They're so sharp, bro.
And real quick, did you guys see after Jake Paul got in his fight, he called out Alex Pereira to box him?
No, he did not.
Wait, who did Jake Paul just fight?
It was his last fight, right?
Yeah, the last one.
Oh, boxing fight, yeah.
He,
Alex Pereira.
8? What was it? Who did he fight?
He fought Platinum Mike Perry.
Yeah.
He fought he beat up Mike Perry bad.
Yeah.
Bad, bro. Like really bad.
Yeah, really bad.
Come on.
Yeah, really
Come
bad.
on, Mike Perry, man.
But he got paid at least.
He got broken off.
Right.
Good for him.
Did you see
Good
the
for him,
news
but
about Mike Perry?
goddamn.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news about Mike Perry?
About his DUI
Yeah,
thing.
he just got arrested.
Oh yeah, his whole DUI thing.
Dang it.
Yeah. I mean, he has a wild personality. I mean,
He does have a wild personality. He's definitely a bad boy in the sport for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he does bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He'll be back.
He'll be back stronger than ever.
He'll be all right. I trust.
I love it, dude. I love it. Well, that's the end of our segment, bro. I appreciate you sharing your answers with us, brother. Thank you.
Cody,
thank
bro,
you.
I got a question for you, bro. People want to know, all right? So
we wanna know, I
Well, I
guess.
want to know.
I'd also would appreciate knowing this too.
Bro, what are you? Like, what race are you, bro? I don't know what you are, bro. Like, me and him, we're
I
mixed.
just got flashbacks
You know?
of Utah Valley University freshman year, sitting in the freaking wherever we were at, and it's nothing but white dudes, Mormon kids, and one of our buddies looks at Nap, and he stands up and he says, "Hey, man." Hey, we're all wondering this. We're all wondering this. Nap, what are you? Nap's like the one of 2 brown kids on our team that showed up that year. And we're all like looking at it like, dude, what?
Why would you ask that?
Ask that, dude.
He's like, you're all thinking it. I was like, dude.
No, we're not. None of us are thinking this.
Hilarious.
So, yes. So what are you? What are you, Cody?
I'm half Korean and then half Caucasian, just white.
Half Korean, half white. Do you speak Korean? No?
You
I
ever
was trying
been
to
to Korea? You ever want to go to Korea?
Yeah.
Did your
What
mom?
part?
I don't know.
There's somewhere
South
there.
or north?
Yeah, south. I guess.
Hopefully
they have
south,
better
right?
food over there.
Are you a big fan of Asian food?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But my mom never like grew up like cooking that stuff. In the
Oh, is that
house.
right?
Yeah, like my mom, she was adopted, so like we were like living up on Forks, or that's where my mom grew up. It's like super logger, like hick town, and then like kind of like where I like kind of grew up in like a couple different spots. Like it was in Tacoma for a little bit, and then that was just like a lot of black kids. Like,
Yeah,
I was,
really?
like, on the football team, only like white kid there.
Right.
And then moved to Port Angeles and Squim, and then back to like a hick town where it's just like all white, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you're pretty country or what? Like, you like country music or what?
You like shoot guns and
I
like
like-
listen to
I mean,
country and stuff like that, or what?
I feel like, bro, if I was like, I always felt like I was like not the same. I was like, we're the same, but we're not the same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. They like, I would shoot guns, you know, go to like go up in the mountains, do shit like that.
Yeah.
With my friends, but like I wasn't dipping, and I wasn't like
Yeah.
wearing, like they were like Romeos or something out there, and there's a bunch of
Not your style.
not for my style.
Your style.
Not my
You like
taste.
fishing?
Yeah, it's okay. My family, like my grandpa and my grandma and my grandpa, like when they grew up, they had like gardens, like always hunting, like
Yeah.
fishing, like
Yeah.
all that stuff. So but I didn't do that much. I did a lot of fishing, but I didn't do like a lot of hunting or anything
Yeah.
like that. You know?
I would love to go hunting one day. I'd love to do that.
I took Nap and Alex on their first fishing trip when we were in college.
That was
First
sick.
time shooting with them, first time camping. I didn't do any of that stuff, bro. None of that.
it's
bro.
fun.
Straight city boy. It was dope.
Yeah,
it
it's
was dope. I
different.
mean, I can camp for like
couple days.
Like 2 days.
Yeah. Then it's like hot.
Yeah.
Cold.
I'm dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I
dirty
mean?
as fuck.
I shower like
Hey,
2 times a day, bro.
Where do you use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Just pick a spot.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the worst part for me, bro. Is literally shitting in the woods.
Yeah, I don't want to do that shit.
Especially the way I shit, bro. Like that shit might land on my ankles.
It's on your leg.
I'm over here trying to.
I need my legs to fall asleep.
You know,
I'm
like,
sitting
fuck.
down for so long, taking my time scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hey, Cody, let's talk about Syndicate, bro, man. You moving here. Let's talk about Syndicate. Let's talk about Coach Wood being there for you, man. What has been some of your favorite things about Syndicate, Coach John Wood, the team there? What has that been like for you?
It's been good. You know, like I've been like, I feel like as a kid, I've always dreamed about being in a gym like this, like an MMA gym, and then just having the chance to like train with people like that are at Syndicate and learn from a coach like John and stuff. So like it's really cool to be like in the moment and doing that shit. Like, sometimes I'll be looking and I'll be sitting at the gym and we're doing technique. I'm like, damn, it's sick.
Yeah.
So like I think it's cool, you know, and like I feel like about Syndicate is like, you know, like I said, like everyone's consistent and you know, I feel like it gives a really good family vibe there.
Right.
Like my gym back at home is very like that too. Like everyone, there's like good hobbyists there and like everyone's consistent. Like I know everybody for the most part. I mean, I don't know everyone at Syndicate, but like the groups that I always train, especially at pro class, you know, is consistent. And then with John, like I like John as a coach. I've never had a MMA coach. So it's like that's been really cool. I like John's style too. I feel like his style is like, it's very basic MMA, which is very good for me because I need to know the basics, and I think basics is like what gets you so far.
Fundamentals.
And everything, you know what I mean? So like, I think that's where I really like his coaching. And then also as like a person, I think he's pretty fucking, like he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bro, he's never serious, hardly ever serious.
Yeah.
And like, you know, his jokes are like borderline sometimes. But I think that's what I enjoy.
Yeah, it's necessary in the gym, bro.
Like, yeah, because like I like to sometimes will say jokes and if someone doesn't take it around, I'm like, all right, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be friends.
We always say if we're not talking shit to you, we probably don't like you. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
got to talk a little bit of shit.
What ultimately made you move here? Like, what was the deciding factor? Because I remember you'd come down for a weekend, then you go back, and then you were here for a weekend, then you go back, and then all of a sudden you were here.
I was trying to try a couple places out. I was thinking maybe Florida, but then I was like, I don't want to like have to deal with hurricanes every other year.
Humidity, bugs, gators,
Just
snakes,
crazy shit. you
Alligators? No.
Yeah, fuck that.
Burmese pythons,
No.
big ones, huge.
know? Kill you.
Eat your dog. You got dogs?
No,
Good, because they'll eat.
that's a good snack. Yeah, I was thinking that. Then I was thinking Arizona because I was thinking like maybe I go to the lab because I really like the guys that they have
Gotcha.
there.
The
and
lab's a great spot.
coaches, and I feel like they're really good at like building people, you know. But then I was thinking like, do I want to go move from Texas to like one home kind of place to just like another home place? I feel like that would be like that in a way. I was like, I don't know. And then I thought about Vegas because I was like, this is like the fight capital. The UFC is here. The PI is here. So whenever I get into the UFC, which is gonna happen, I was like, I'm gonna need the PI is gonna be a good perk to have. For sure. I was like, and just like. People, like I said, like it's like the fight capital. People are always coming through. Like I see fighters all the time. I'm like, damn, that's cool. And then I get to like train with them for like a day and learn from them. I just pick their brains, you know. So and then I have like, you know, like I said, then Syndicate's there. So it's like it's easy for me to go to the gym all the time, test out the new things that I'm working on,
For sure.
and like stuff like that. So I think Vegas just was like kind of like a no brainer for me. And then I was like, I'll go out here, spend a year. See how things go, and then if I like it, I keep staying. If not, I can go back home, or I can pick somewhere else to try to go to. But I mean, I've been liking Vegas.
You're here for the long run.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Cody.
We love you here in Vegas too. Vegas loves you, Cody.
Yeah.
Vegas loves you, Cody.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, hell yeah, baby, hell yeah.
You know what's funny is like Nap and Alex when we were first done with college and stuff, and I started coaching, and I was just kind of doing just like whatever. These guys used to call me all the time. Hey, why don't you just move to Vegas? Yeah. I'm like, I am never moving to Vegas ever.
Yeah.
I don't want the strip.
Yeah.
What? And then here I am. I love Vegas.
Dude, for
It's
sure.
like
When I first got here, I would come visit here, even as like a young kid, like for family stuff, and I was like, who the fuck would live here? Like, who would ever live here? You can't live here, you know?
Yeah.
And then I came and I did a trip for like fighting, and then like I was just like, oh, there's like a whole outskirts here and stuff like that. And then I was like, then I did some like climbing. I was like, pretty cool.
It's like it's not just the strip.
It's not just the strip.
Like,
Man, we got Red Rocks out here, man. We got Mount Charleston's nice out here.
for sure.
You know, we got some nice hiking.
Lake Mead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You been to Lake Mead yet?
Yeah.
I ain't never been there either.
There's some nice areas. Get a boat, you know. Get a boat. Well, hey, Kody, we're going to wrap this up with a segment. We started what pisses me off earlier. Now we're going to talk about what we love. We're going to talk about what we love. All right, so I need you to think about that for a little bit. All right, Val, you tell me what you love, buddy.
What I love, man.
You want a second?
Yeah, give me a second.
Give you a
Think about
second?
this for a
Alex,
second.
what do you love, man? Because now we're, what do you love?
Now you in the hot seat.
All right, this is straight to freestyle.
I'm always first. Now it's your turn.
What do you love? You about to spit a freestyle?
No, I'm saying this is a freestyle
Spit.
moment because I don't know what I love.
I was like, that's gonna be crazy.
It's,
right
it's
now.
like Nap
All
trying
right,
to sing.
let's go. I can sing.
You can't sing.
Oh, hell no, I can't sing. Hell no.
All right, let's see it.
No, Nap says he could.
Nap, you can sing? Mm-hmm. Okay. What I love what I do. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about seriously, like literally, bro.
said that
Like
last time, bro.
I'm fuck. Is that what you said last
Yeah, you
time?
said that last time, man.
That's all right though. There's nothing.
But go ahead. There's
wrong
nothing
with
wrong
that.
with saying that.
Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Now
Go
you're
ahead.
hating on what he loves.
PT, tell him, bro.
You got on me for saying that.
Damn.
Sorry. Go
You're
ahead.
hating on
No,
what he
dude.
loves.
No, go ahead. Finish
you
telling
know,
me.
You know what? I just love how I'm just around good fucking people in my life.
Love that.
Like seriously, like I got homies, bro. Like my day ones. Like I tell my youth kids and high school kids, like, bro, the people I hang out with now, bro, I hanged out with them since back in the day.
Yeah.
Like my circle has always been small.
Yeah.
You know, especially like shit, bro. We're all older now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And like it's just crazy to see, like, damn, bro, this is my life, and this is sick.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do it with my best friends coaching wrestling. Now I'm about to start my fighter journey with Kody over here too. So like,
I can't wait to see you fight Alex.
yeah. So hopefully
it.
sometime in December. So
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
yeah, but that's what I
Can't
love,
wait to
bro.
see that.
That's what I love, though.
Raj, what do you love, buddy?
Man, what I love, man, I just love what I do.
Again?
I'm
No,
just
you can't
kidding.
say that
No,
one.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. To be honest with you, I love the support of everyone around me. You know, obviously, with Carla and the kids, you know, I never really thought that I'd have a family of my own.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and that wasn't really in the books for me. And you know, I found the girl that I love, and I found the kids that you know love me, and I love them back. And Kenny, you know, Kenny's one of my best friends.
Right.
He's 4 years old.
Kenny loves Uncle Nap.
He loves coming to the gym with me.
Kenny loves Uncle Nap.
You know, so I love the support system around me. They allow me to, you know, get to do what I do, and you know, I'm busy all the time. You know, and sometimes I complain about not being able to sleep as much as I want to sleep. But guess what? I love it, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I love having the family around me.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are my family. You know.
Yeah.
And you guys are my brothers, and your dad's like my dad, and my dad's like your dad, and you know,
Love
we
it.
got to get Dad down here.
Yeah.
He's coming. He's trying to come down here. Just
Papa
let him
Rouser?
know.
Fucking
Papa
sick.
Rouser's trying to
I'd
come down
love to
here.
get Papa
We're gonna
Rouser
him
down
on
here.
the podcast. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I just love the support system around me.
Love it. Love it. What I love is I love the podcast. I get excited every week for the podcast, dude. I get
That's
a
excited.
good one.
That's
a good one.
It's been fun, bro. PT, we started doing this about a year ago, right? We were just trying to figure it out, you know, like, all right, like, how do we talk on here?
Man,
you know,
our
like,
first episode was crazy.
It's just kind of like, well, because here's the thing, man. Wrestling is super serious. One thing that Jiu-Jitsu did a phenomenal job at is like they made Jiu-Jitsu cool as shit. You know what I mean? Like I felt like you were put under the lights a whole bunch in Jiu-Jitsu before you even, you know, probably fought, you know? So I feel like Jiu-Jitsu does a great job at that. And with wrestling, we're trying to show that wrestling's cool. You know what I mean? Like wrestling we got some cool shit too that, you know, wrestling's always so serious. It's always about the grind, you know, it's always about, you know, it's just
the grind.
Yeah, you know, we're just showing that, hey, there's another side of wrestling that fucking is actually pretty damn
You're
cool.
not going D1.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah, so I love the podcast, man. I love the podcast. It's fun. It's fun to learn, hear your guys' stories. You know what I mean? I love that shit, man. I love it. So, Kody, what do you love today, buddy?
I'll say I love training and chasing goals.
Love it.
And hanging out with the boys and
Hanging out with the boys, yeah, fuck yeah.
What is your next goal on the mind that's like, hey, like this is next for me? What's that goal?
I think what's next for me is, my UFC fights. Like in my mind, I'm thinking by the end of next year, I'll be in like a different situation than I'm in now. Like hopefully, I'm like 3 or 4 fights in by the end of next year, and I'm just like lined up for something, something cool.
Fuck yeah,
bro.
Great.
I love it. Is the plan to have something here? Are we done until 2025? Are we trying to get something in before the year closes out? What's kind of your game plan?
I'm open to whatever.
Yeah.
I think they were talking about keeping me for next year, like maybe at the end of January or something like that, which like works perfect for me.
Yeah.
Just so I can chill, rest a little bit, but also like I would like to maybe travel somewhere, get some training in, and just learn something, get a pre-camp before the whole system starts going again.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, once I take that fight, I'm gonna be like bugging them. I'm like, all right, 2 weeks. I only need 2 week notice. Like, I'll make the weight. Let's go.
Right.
I fucking love it. I love it.
Ultimately, though, what's the big goal? What's the big goal that you want out of this? Like 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now.
I think just to see how far I can like go. Like when I did jiu-jitsu, I was like, I don't know, like I didn't know what I was gonna be able to accomplish or do, but I just wanted to like test myself with like the best guys in the world,
Yeah.
Like the same thing for fighting. Like I want to see how far I can go. Like I think I can be not easily, but like I think I could be top 5 one day and fight for the belt.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And, that's where like I want to see where I stack up with the best.
I can't wait to see you get that belt, Kody.
Cody, dude, it's been fucking awesome to have you on the podcast today, bro. It's been dope to be around you, watching you train, dude. I literally think you're a true professional, bro. So when you have all these goals, man, I think that you do it right. Like there's guys like you, guys like, like more other Syndicate athletes. You can see the consistency there, man. And it's been awesome, bro, to have you, man.
Hey, and you know what's crazy, to be honest with you, Kody, is you might not know this, but just between us three, we've had a lot of people talk about like, oh shit, you guys train with Kody? Like we had just one of our friends that does our gear, and we were talking about how we're getting you on the podcast. Oh, you guys, you're getting Kody on the podcast? Oh man, that is so sick.
You have fans. The ATC community loves you, buddy. They fucking love you.
Fans everywhere.
They fucking love you.
It's been really cool to be able to, be a part of the journey. Especially, actually just, be a friend. Be your coaches when we need to be your coaches, and be friends when we need to be friends. You know what I'm saying? So super cool to be a part of that. Hell
yeah. Well, hey guys, that is another episode of Shoot Your Shot. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, comment on it, subscribe to it, share it with your friends and family, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.